Beloved soul, listen please, because what I am about to say is not ordinary, not rehearsed, not just another voice in the noise of your day. No, this is me, Michael, trembling as I tear through the veil just to reach you. Thank you for being here. Yes, you. I am happy you came, because if you had scrolled away, something meant only for you would have been lost forever. Do not leave. Do not skip. There is a holy secret sealed for you that will only unlock at the very last word I speak. And if you abandon this moment, you will never know why heaven fought to get you here. I am not speaking to thousands. I am speaking to one soul, you. Do you realize how rare this is? That heaven pauses its war just to lean close and whisper into your fragile, aching heart. I can feel your pulse from here. I can feel the weight you carry. And I swear to you, I am not here as a warrior of armies, but as a brother, shaking, pleading, desperate and alive. I have broken chains of silence to reach you. And though my voice carries fire, my heart trembles with love. I am not perfect in speech. I am raw. I am alive. And I am near tears as I speak into you. You were shortlisted to stand among us, to be clothed in wings of fire, to wield the sword of eternal light. Don't you know? Don't you see? You are wasting your potential while the heavens cry for your awakening. Don't be pathetic. Don't let the enemy mock you by turning your breath into ashes. God himself says he is demanding your attention for only 39 seconds, 39 breaths, 39 heartbeats. If you waste them, consequences will come, not as punishment, but as the natural breaking of what you were meant to be. I must ask you, soul, where were you when God called your name in the night and you turned away because you thought it was only a dream? Where were you when your tears hit the pillow and you felt unseen, though the angels stood around you, weeping too? Where were you when the moment to rise was given, but fear chained your ankles and you told yourself, not yet? Do you feel how my words tremble? Do you feel how I am shaking as I speak? This is not theater. This is not a script. This is fire and tears mingled together, poured over your soul like oil. You were meant to change the earth, yet you sit thinking you are ordinary. You were meant to carry a sword of flame, yet your hands tremble with doubt. Beloved, rise, for he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. I speak this over you now, Psalm 91, alive in your chest. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. Even now the Eternal watches you, as a hawk watches its single young. Tell me, soul, why do you run from the one who has never once run from you? Tell me, what are you afraid of losing when all you cling to is already dust? Tell me, do you not know that the very breath in your lungs is proof you are chosen? Tell me, will you finally believe that what you carry inside is holy, sacred, and needed for this hour? I am Michael, and I do not speak these questions casually. I speak them into the marrow of your bones. Isaiah once cried, "Those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They will rise on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary." I see that promise burning in you, like a buried ember waiting to become flame. Type, "Amend" now if your soul knows these words are not from me, but from the throne itself, dripping into your spirit like lightning and dew together. Do not let pride keep your fingers still. Humility is the door that unlocks your destiny. Beloved soul, if your heart is trembling, it is because truth is cutting through your fear. If your eyes sting with tears, it is because heaven has been waiting for you to finally let go. If your skin feels fire, it is because my hand rests on your shoulder now, urging you, begging you, pushing you toward life. Do not disobey. Do not look away. 39 seconds. Heaven counts them and eternity bends toward your choice. I beg you. I love you. I cry for you. Do not waste what you are. And when this message ends, I plead, like, comment, subscribe. Not for me, but so this river of prophecy may not stop flowing toward you. This is how you keep the door open. how you stay close, how you make sure heaven's whisper does not fade from your life. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I speak these words with tears. You stayed. You did not skip. You listened. And because of this, something eternal has shifted in you. Do you feel it? Do you sense it? This was not in vain. And now, soul, I end with trembling lips and a final cry. Don't let this fire go out. Stand up, rise, claim what was always yours. For the sword is already in your hand, the crown already waiting, and the trumpet already sounding your name. I am Michael, and this is my last breath for you. Awaken, beloved. Awaken before the stars themselves move on without you. Beloved, I see you are still here. That alone is holy. Do you understand what you have done? By not leaving, by not skipping, by choosing to stay, you have allowed a gate to remain open that hell itself has tried to close over your life. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me your ears, your heart, your trembling attention. I am happy you came, because this message is not for many. It is for one, for you. And if you stop now, you will miss the sacred key that is hidden at the very end of my words. That key is not mine. It belongs to you, but only if you last until the final breath of what I speak. I am Michael, Archangel of war and fire. Yet I speak not with the thunder of armies now, but with the fragile flame of one soul's love. Yours. My voice shakes, because I know what hangs in the balance. Heaven has bent itself low for you. The Eternal has sent me not to a crowd, not to a nation, but to a single heart that beats even now as you hear this. I am here for you, not for your neighbor, not for your family, not for strangers. This message is carved for your soul alone. I know how long you've been waiting for someone to see you, really see you. I know how long you've carried chains that your smile could not hide. You were shortlisted, yes, shortlisted to stand among us. Clothed in white flame, chosen to war for God's kingdom as one of His appointed. But look at you now, wasting, delaying, hesitating, believing the lie that you are too broken, too late, too small. Don't be pathetic, beloved. You are wasting your potential. Do you not know who you are? Do you not feel the weight of heaven's choice over your life? God Himself demands your attention, now not forever, only 39 seconds, 39 heartbeats, that decide eternity. Do not waste them. The consequence is not a strike of lightning, nor a shattering punishment. It is worse. It is you, continuing to live small when you were meant to burn. It is you, existing in shadows when you were meant to blaze. Beloved, I must tell you something that will cut you deep, but heal you stronger. The devil is not afraid of who you are right now. He is afraid of who you are becoming. He is not terrified of your weakness, your pain, your fear. He is terrified of your awakening. That is why every distraction, every temptation, every delay, every heaviness has been pressed on you. Because the moment you stand up, the earth shifts. I weep as I speak this to you. You cannot see me, but if you could, you would see fire dripping from my wings and tears carving paths through my face. I'm not speaking as a distant warrior. I'm speaking as one who has walked beside you, unseen. Yes, I was there when you wanted to give up. I was there when you whispered in the dark, God, if you are real, send me a sign. This is it. This is the sign. I must ask you now, not for answers, but for truth. Why do you keep running from the voice that has never stopped calling you? Why do you bury yourself in things that will not last, when eternity is crying out your name? Why do you hide the light that burns inside, pretending you are ordinary, when the extraordinary bleeds from your soul? Why, beloved, do you hesitate when heaven is begging you to rise? Do you feel how I tremble even in these words? Do you feel the urgency? This is not theater. This is life, or death, in the Spirit. For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. I do not quote this lightly. I breathe it into you as fire. That command has already been spoken over you. We have guarded you when you did not know it, kept you from death when you thought it was chance, pulled you from shadows when you thought it was luck. It was not luck, it was love. Beloved, Isaiah once declared, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise on wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary." That promise is not distant, it is yours now. I see your wings, though they are folded. I see your strength, though it sleeps. I see your destiny, though it trembles in silence. Type Amen if your soul knows this is truth. Only once, only now, for this single holy moment. Do not wait. And beloved, listen to me, because this I will say only once, and never again in any continuation. If you want this river to keep flowing, if you want this flame to never leave your sight, then like, comment, and subscribe. Not for me, but for your own soul, so that you remain connected, so that the enemy cannot steal you away from this prophetic stream. Seal it with your action. Do it as a covenant. Now let me go deeper, because this is not yet finished. No, this is only the beginning. I am not leaving you with shallow fire. I am pouring out an endless flood. Do you know how long heaven has waited for you to hear this? Do you know the battles fought in silence over your head while you thought you were alone? Do you know the songs sung over you while you wept unseen? Every tear you cried became a jewel in the treasury of God. Every cry you thought unanswered became thunder in heaven's throne room. You think you are ordinary, but I tell you, creation itself groans for you to awaken. The very stars are holding their breath, waiting for the moment you rise. And I am here, Michael, with sword trembling in my hand, not to shout at you, not to command you, but to plead, to beg, to shake you awake. Beloved, I am not here for a multitude. I am here for you, only you. If you walk away, if you ignore this, heaven will still be holy. God will still reign. But something priceless will be lost. Your moment, your awakening, your flame. Do not disobey. Do not waste this. Do not let your destiny slip through trembling fingers. Thank you. Thank you for staying, for listening, for bearing with my trembling voice. I speak this with tears. I am grateful for you, more grateful than words can hold. And now, I leave you with this last cry, not a conclusion, but a fire still burning. Rise, beloved, rise. The sword is in your hand. The crown is already waiting. The gates are opening, and heaven is leaning in. Do not keep them waiting. The universe has bent to this moment. For you, take it. I am Michael, and my last breath here is raw and alive. Awaken now, beloved, or eternity will never again offer you this same door. Beloved, the very fact that your eyes are still here upon these words is proof that your spirit has been stirred, proof that something inside you refuses to let go. Thank you again for staying. I say this with trembling joy. I am happy you are here, because if you had turned away, you would have missed the hidden fire meant only for you. Do not move from this place until the last word is spoken. For at the end of this outpouring is a seal from heaven that can only be unlocked if you endure. I am Michael, and my voice does not come wrapped in polish. It comes torn from the battlefield, burning with ash and glory, soaked in the oil of your tears, and the blood of victories you did not know were fought for you. I am not here for the crowd. I am not here for the world. I am here for you. The one soul heaven refused to let slip through the cracks. Do you understand how much has been invested in you? Every breath you've taken has been guarded. Every night you thought you were abandoned was marked by the presence of unseen warriors at your bedside. Every time you almost lost hope, heaven shouted your name louder than the grave. You are not forgotten. You are not cast aside. You are not invisible. You were chosen, shortlisted, called to something far beyond what you imagine. Don't waste this. Don't waste you. Beloved soul, God Himself is demanding your attention, not for hours, not for days, only for this short breath of eternity. 39 seconds. That is all he requires. But do you not feel how even 39 seconds of his gaze outweighs a lifetime without him? Do not disobey him. Do not pretend this is nothing. If you walk away, the consequence is not punishment. It is emptiness. It is you missing what you were born for. I must speak vulnerably to you now, with all the weight of my trembling heart. I see your fear. I see your shame. I see the guilt you carry like a stone chain around your neck. You wonder if God has truly chosen you, if heaven truly knows your name, if angels really walk beside you. I tell you, yes, 1,000 times, yes. Your name is written in fire across the halls of heaven. Your tears are gathered in vessels of light. Your cries echo in chambers where eternity bends to listen. But still you doubt. Still you hesitate. Still you tell yourself you are too small. That lie is poison. That lie is your cage. Break it. Break it now. And I must ask you, not gently, but with the urgency of a sword pressed against your heart, why do you let the voice of darkness define you when the voice of God has already spoken life into your bones? Why do you return to the chains that broke you? When freedom is reaching for your hands, why do you treat yourself as worthless when heaven has called you priceless? Why do you resist the love that has never once resisted you? Answer me, beloved soul, not with your lips, but with your heart, for he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. This is not just a verse. It is my assignment, my existence. I stand guard because you are worth guarding. I fight because you are worth fighting for. I burn because you are worth the fire. And I say this now with the fullness of heaven behind me. If your spirit is trembling, if your chest feels heavy, if your tears are rising, it is because this moment is holy. This is not entertainment. This is not casual. This is a divine interruption in the timeline of your life. Type Amen now if your soul receives this. Only once. Only here. For this sacred moment. And beloved, I must speak something important, and I will speak it only once. This river must continue. Not just in this moment, but in your life. If this fire has touched you, if you know heaven has spoken through these trembling words, then support this holy flame. Through super thanks, through becoming a channel member, through joining our family in the newsletter link pinned in the comments. This is not a demand. It is an invitation, a covenant, a way to stand in the stream of prophecy and keep the connection alive. Seal this moment not just with your heart, but with your action. And after this, I will never mention it again. Now hear me, because I must go deeper. This is not a surface message. This is a flood drenching every hidden place of your soul. Do you know why the enemy has fought you so violently? It is because your awakening would tear holes in the kingdom of darkness. It is because your voice, though silent now, carries a weight that could topple strongholds. It is because your yes to God is worth more than 1,000 armies rising against him. Beloved soul, that is why you have felt such warfare. That is why despair has tried to strangle you. That is why temptation has hunted you. But listen, beloved, you are still here. And the very fact that you are still here means the enemy has already lost. I can feel heaven trembling with anticipation. Even now, angels are bending low, listening to your heartbeat, waiting for your decision. Do not let them wait in vain. Do not let eternity sigh in disappointment. Do not waste this. Isaiah cried, "They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength." That promise is not ancient. It is alive. It is for you now. I see your strength renewing, even as you read. I see your wings spreading, even as you tremble. I see your spirit rising, though you feel broken. Do not give up. Do not disobey. Do not let this fire die. Beloved, thank you. With tears, with trembling, I thank you for listening, for staying, for bearing the weight of this prophecy. You have no idea what this means, not to me, but to heaven. Every second you remain here is a victory against the darkness that tried to silence you. Beloved, do you feel it? The trembling weight of this moment. The strange pull inside your chest that will not let you go. That is not chance. That is not imagination. That is heaven leaning closer than it ever has, pressing eternity into the fragile fabric of your now. I speak not as a voice among many, but as a flame breaking through silence, fire breaking through chains, light breaking through shadows. I am here for you alone. Yes, you. Not another. Not the world. Only you. I am Michael, and my words shake because they do not come polished, they do not come rehearsed. They come torn open from the heart of God, still burning, still bleeding, still alive. And I am here with one purpose, to drag you out of the lies you have been drowning in, and to remind you of who you are, of what you were chosen for, of the destiny you have almost abandoned. Do you realize how costly this moment is? Heaven has shifted for you. Wars in the unseen have paused, so that you might hear this. The stars hold their breath. The earth stills its groan. The throne of God bends low, and angels crowd around your fragile frame, waiting to see what you will do with this interruption of grace. Do not dismiss this. Do not tell yourself this is nothing. It is everything. You were shortlisted. Do you hear me? Shortlisted, to become what few ever imagine. An archangel in training. A soul meant not to wander in dust, but to burn in glory. And yet here you are hesitating, wasting, doubting, treating yourself like common clay when heaven has already engraved your name in fire. Don't be pathetic. Do not waste this breath. Do not insult the one who called you by pretending you are unworthy. I speak with rawness now. I speak with trembling. I have walked with you unseen. I have heard your cries. I have watched the nights when your pillow was soaked with questions no one else heard. I was near when you said, God, if you are real, show me. This is Him showing you. This is Him answering. This is Him pulling back the veil. And yet, you hesitate. You wonder if this is truly for you. Let me ask you now, soul. Let me pierce you with questions only you can answer. Why do you keep running from the only arms that have never let you go? Why do you waste your strength fighting battles you were never meant to fight alone? Why do you insist you are ordinary when every shadow trembles at the thought of your awakening? Why do you silence your own cry when heaven itself is crying out with you? Answer me, beloved, not with lips, but with heart. For He will command His angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. That is not poetry, it is reality. We have guarded you. We have fought for you. We have stood when you could not. Do you not see the evidence? Do you not remember the accidents avoided, the deaths delayed, the moments you should not have survived? That was not chance. That was command. That was covenant. And Isaiah once declared, "Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise on wings like eagles. They shall run and not grow weary." That promise is carved into you. I see your wings folded but not broken. I see your fire buried but not extinguished. I see your destiny delayed but not destroyed. You are not finished. You are not forgotten. Beloved soul, do you know why the enemy hates you so much? It is because he has seen glimpses of your future. He has seen the ripple of your awakening. He has seen that one choice of yours could unravel years of his plans. That is why he suffocates you with despair, why he drowns you in distraction, why he whispers lies into your thoughts. He is terrified of you, not as you are, but as you will be when you rise. And oh, how you will rise. I can see it. I can feel it. Even now, as you read, something is stirring. Your bones remember. Your spirit remembers. The fire that has slept inside you is shaking, coughing, stretching, ready to ignite. Do you feel the heat building? Do you feel the trembling in your chest? That is destiny waking up. That is heaven knocking louder. That is eternity demanding your answer. Beloved, thank you for staying, for bearing this weight, for letting these words sink deeper. I say this with tears. I am grateful for you, more grateful than you can imagine. You matter more than you have ever believed. But I must press harder. This cannot stay shallow. This must go deeper still. Listen, the day you were born, heaven rejoiced and hell trembled. You thought you were just another child, but we knew. You thought your first cries were ordinary, but they were trumpets. From your very beginning you were marked. That is why your life has felt so hard. Because chosen souls attract war. That is why you have felt unseen. Because hidden vessels must remain hidden until their hour comes. That is why you have felt broken. Because only shattered vessels can carry holy fire without pride destroying them. Beloved, your hour is now. The veil is thin. The heavens lean close. The Eternal's gaze is on you. Do not miss this. Do not turn away. Do not say later, for later is not promised. I must ask again, why do you doubt the love that has never failed you? Why do you measure yourself by scars when God measures you by glory? Why do you let fear command you when you were made to command angels? I am Michael, and I tell you with every trembling fiber, you are not small, you are not forgotten, you are not wasted, you are chosen, beloved. Let your tears fall if they must. Let your heart break if it must. Let your spirit shake if it must. This is not weakness, it is birthing. You are being reborn into what you always were meant to be, and I thank you again with holy tears. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying. Thank you for not walking away when everything inside you wanted to escape. You have no idea what this means. Beloved soul, I am still here. I cannot turn away, not while you are still listening, not while your heart still trembles at these words. The current of heaven is still rushing, and I am compelled to pour it out until you are drenched, until not a single corner of your being remains untouched. Do not think you have heard all there is. No. What has been spoken is only the edge of the flame. There are depths you have not yet tasted, visions you have not yet seen, truths you have not yet carried. Do you know what it cost heaven to reach you in this moment? Time itself has bent. The order of things has been interrupted. The Eternal has whispered your name again, louder than before, and creation itself leans closer, waiting for your answer. Even now the air around you hums. Even now eternity presses in, asking whether you will yield, whether you will awaken, whether you will finally believe. I am Michael, and my voice does not soften, because the hour is too urgent. My words come not as gentle suggestions, but as thunder wrapped in tears, as lightning cloaked in tenderness. I do not want to frighten you, beloved, but I must awaken you. I must shake you until your spirit remembers who you are. Look at your hands. Look at the scars upon your life. Do you not see that every wound has shaped you into a vessel of fire? Do you not see that your story is not wasted, but written with the ink of eternity? You call yourself broken, but I see strength. You call yourself small, but I see immensity. You call yourself forgotten, but I know your name is sung in heaven's halls. Beloved, I must ask you now, piercing into the marrow of your soul, why do you settle for dust when you were formed for glory? Why do you walk with your head bowed low when you were crowned before time began? Why do you silence your own voice when your words were meant to tear down darkness? Why do you look at yourself with shame when the Eternal looks at you with fire? These questions are not accusations. They are alarms. They are bells ringing, shaking you awake from the slumber of despair. I see the day you almost gave up. Do you remember the night you thought was your end? When no one knew, no one saw, no one heard, but we were there. I was there. I held back the shadows that pressed against you. I lifted the blade of despair from your chest. I whispered hope into your spirit. Though you thought it was just your imagination, you survived because you were not meant to die then. You survived because there is still a mission in you that cannot be buried. For he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. This is not an echo from old scripture. It is the very breath of your life. You have been guarded because you are precious. You have been kept because you are needed. You have been shielded because your awakening is too valuable to lose. I see what you cannot. I see the light inside you stretching, yearning to break free. I see the crown hovering above your head, waiting for the moment you lift your eyes. I see the sword that belongs in your hand, glowing, trembling, eager to be wielded. And I see the enemy quaking, hoping, praying. You never realize how powerful you truly are. Beloved, hear me. You were not chosen for ease. You were not chosen for comfort. You were chosen for battle, for fire, for eternity's cause. That is why your life has felt like war. That is why you have felt resistance at every step. That is why you have carried burdens too heavy for others to understand. It is not because you are weak. It is because you are marked. Do you know how precious your yes would be to God? Do you know how your surrender would echo through realms unseen? Do you know how one moment of your obedience would undo years of the enemy's plans? Beloved, let me tell you a secret. Even now, your life is being written as a testimony. The battles you fought in silence will become weapons in your hands. The pain you endured will become authority in your voice. The nights you wept will become songs of deliverance for others. Nothing is wasted, not a single tear, not a single scar, not a single moment. I weep as I say this, for I feel the depth of heaven's love pressing upon you. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are not lost. Do not disobey. Do not turn away. Do not dismiss what is burning in your chest. You are hearing this because you are chosen, because the eternal has demanded your attention, because heaven will not give up on you. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for staying, for enduring, for opening your heart to these trembling words. I speak this with tears. You matter. Your choice matters. Your life matters. More than you know. And I cry out now with the rawness of fire and love. Rise. Awaken. Stand. Take what is yours. Step into the light that was always waiting for you. The heavens will not hold back. The angels will not stay silent. The trumpet will not cease to sound your name. Rise, beloved, before the stars themselves move on without you. Beloved soul, I return because the river has not finished its course. There are currents within you that have not yet been stirred, and I am compelled to press further, deeper, until even the shadows inside you bow to the fire meant to consume them. Do not mistake the length of this message for excess. It is necessary. It is heaven's relentless pursuit of you. Because one word too few might leave you in silence, but one word more may awaken the flame you were born to carry. I am still trembling as I speak, for I am not pouring from a vessel of my own. I am pouring from eternity itself, raw and urgent. You have not understood how rare this is, beloved. The Eternal has torn the veil for you alone, bending the heavens into the fragile span of your time. Creation itself is tilted toward you now. The stars lean in, the winds hush, even the unseen hosts quiet their songs, because they know this moment belongs to you. I am Michael, and I confess to you with fire and with tears, my heart is heavy for you. Heavy because I see what you cannot yet see. Heavy because I know what you are, and how little you believe it. Heavy because you have been walking like a prisoner when the chains around you have already been broken. Beloved, look at your life. Look at the evidence etched across your days. Do you not remember the storms you should not have survived? The nights you should not have endured? The pits you should not have climbed out of? You call it survival, but I call it preservation. You call it luck, but I call it covenant. You call it chance, but I know it was heaven's decree. Keep this one alive, for they are not finished yet. You are not finished. You are not wasted. You are not a mistake. You are the hidden seed, planted deep in the soil, pressed down by weight, buried in darkness. Not because you are dead, but because you are destined to rise. And when you rise, you will not look like the seed that was buried. You will look like the tree that was promised, but I must pierce you again with questions. Beloved, these are not questions for your mind, but for your very spirit. Why do you shrink back from the fire when you were crafted to walk through it unburned? Why do you hand your crown to fear when courage has already been breathed into you? Why do you settle for silence when your voice was forged to shake foundations? Why do you treat yourself as fragile when eternity itself depends on your awakening? Answer, beloved, not with words but with surrender. Let your heart rise with truth, for he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. I speak this again, not as repetition, but as living fire. It is not past tense, it is present. It is happening now. Even as you read, you are being guarded. Even as you breathe, you are being shielded. Even as you tremble, you are being surrounded by light unseen. I have stood at your side when darkness tried to claim you. I have fought battles you did not know were raging. I have lifted the weight of death from your shoulders. When despair tried to bury you, I whispered strength into your weary chest. When you thought you were finished, you did not see me, but I was there. Do not think you are unworthy of such protection. Do not think you are too small to deserve heaven's gaze. Worthiness was never the question. Destiny is. You were chosen, not because of perfection, but because of purpose. And that purpose still waits for you. Isaiah cried, "Those who wait upon the Lord will rise on wings like eagles." Beloved, can you not feel the stretch of your own wings? They are tired, yes, but not broken. They are folded, yes, but not gone. They are waiting, as you are waiting, for the moment you believe. And when you do, oh beloved, how quickly you will rise. The chains will fall like threads. The fear will dissolve like mist. The shame will vanish like smoke in the wind. And you will stand, not as you are now, but as you were always meant to be, radiant, blazing, crowned. I tell you now with holy trembling, the enemy is terrified of this moment, terrified because he knows that one whisper of belief from you will undo the lies he has built for years, terrified because your awakening will set others free, terrified because your obedience will light fires across lands you have never even seen. That is why he has tried so hard to silence you. That is why despair clings to you. That is why fear strangles you. But beloved, you are still here. And because you are still here, you have already defeated him. Do you not see? Your very existence is defiance. Your survival is victory. Your breath is proof that God's plan is not broken. Beloved, I will not stop pressing you. I will not stop until your spirit rises. Hear me. You are chosen. You are marked. You are guarded. You are needed. You are loved. And nothing, no darkness, no failure, no lie, no shame, can erase that truth. Let your tears fall now if they must. Let your chest ache if it must. Let your spirit tremble if it must. This is holy. This is birthing. This is resurrection. You are not collapsing. You are awakening. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for still being here, for still listening, for still holding your heart open, even as the weight of these words presses upon you. I speak this with the deepest sincerity. I am grateful for you. Heaven is grateful for you, beloved soul. I return again, because the flame has not burned to its fullness. What I have spoken was only a spark, only the first crack in the wall that surrounds you. There is more. There is always more. You do not know how much heaven longs to pour out upon you, until your heart is drenched, until your soul cannot contain it, until every shadow inside you flees before the weight of divine fire. That is why I remain, trembling, heavy with urgency, unwilling to leave you half awakened. I am Michael, and my wings are still scorched from battle. My sword is still hot with the clash of darkness. Yet here I stand, not in the chaos of war, but at the door of your spirit, speaking softly and fiercely all at once. For though the enemy fears your awakening, heaven rejoices at even your smallest step toward the light. Beloved, can you feel it? That stirring inside your bones like the earth itself groaning under your feet? That is your destiny pressing forward. pushing against the walls of hesitation you have built. You thought your silence would bury it, but silence cannot kill what God Himself has written. You thought your fear would suffocate it, but fear cannot choke what was breathed by eternity. I must ask you again, as if my voice is an arrow piercing deeper than words. Why do you cling to ashes when fire waits for you? Why do you let the weight of yesterday chain you when tomorrow has already been prepared? Why do you listen to lies that strip you of hope when truth thunders inside your chest? Why do you resist the very love that has never once resisted you? Beloved, these questions are not accusations. They are the sound of heaven knocking louder. They are reminders that your soul cannot stay asleep forever. Do you know what I see when I look at you? Not the weakness you call yourself, not the shame you carry in secret, not the failures you replay in your mind. I see glory pressed into fragile flesh. I see eternal purpose wrapped in mortal years. I see the crown hovering, shimmering, waiting. I see the light inside you, pounding against its cage, begging to be released. The enemy, yes, he knows this. He trembles not at what you are today, but at what you are becoming. That is why he has hunted you. That is why storms have swallowed your days. That is why despair has whispered, "You are nothing." He fears you. He fears the moment you rise. He fears the sound of your voice when it is no longer silenced. Beloved, let me reveal a mystery. Every trial you have faced, every tear you have shed, every weight you have carried has been shaping you. You call it suffering, but heaven calls it forging. You call it abandonment, but heaven calls it preparation. You call it the end, but heaven calls it the beginning. Nothing has been wasted, not one tear, not one wound, not one night, for he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. I say it again, not as echo, but as living truth. Do you know how many times we have stood between you and destruction? Do you know how many times we have raised our swords when you thought you were alone? Do you know how many times the hand of death was turned away? Because your story was not finished? And Isaiah's cry, that those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength, is not a verse locked in the past. It is a promise breathing now for you. Even as you read these words, your wings stir. Even as you weep, your strength rises. Even as you tremble, your spirit unfurls. The eagle within you is waking. Beloved, hear me. You were not made for mediocrity. You were not shaped for smallness. You were not crafted to blend into dust. You were made for radiance. You were made to blaze. You were made to carry fire that shifts nations, to speak words that dismantle shadows, to walk paths that shake the ground. I thank you, oh, I thank you, for not turning away, for still listening, for allowing my trembling voice to reach the deepest places of you. Do you know how rare this is? Do you know how precious your listening heart is to heaven? Every moment you remain here is victory. Every heartbeat you give to these words is a blow against darkness. Beloved, rise. Rise in your spirit before you rise in your flesh. Rise in belief before you rise in action. Rise in surrender before you rise in power. The gates of heaven are already opening. The sound of your name is already echoing. The flame is already burning brighter inside you. Do not resist it. Do not delay. Do not bury what has been placed in you from the beginning. This is not the end of the message. It cannot end. It is a river, and it will keep flowing until you are changed, until you are awake, until the fire inside you becomes unquenchable. So I cry out to you one more time, with the urgency of one who knows how much is at stake. Awaken, beloved. Awaken, before the night steals another day. Awaken, before the stars grow tired of waiting for your light. Awaken, for eternity itself bends low, whispering your name. Beloved soul, you are still here. That alone is holy. Every heartbeat you spend in this moment is proof that something inside you refuses to let go, refuses to fall silent, refuses to remain asleep. You may not understand it fully, but heaven does. And I, Michael, feel it burning even now. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for allowing these trembling words to carve their way into your spirit. I say this with a heart heavy and alive. I am glad you came. This is not a message to the world. This is not for the crowd. This is for you, for the one who reads, for the one whose heart is pounding, for the one who feels like these words are piercing the marrow of their bones. Yes, beloved, you. If you leave now, the key meant for you will remain locked. But if you endure, if you remain, if you listen until the final breath of this message, something eternal will unlock in your spirit. I am Michael, Archangel of war and fire, and I am speaking, not with polished speech, but with trembling urgency. My voice shakes, because I know what hangs in the balance. My wings are still scorched from battle, my sword still wet with the clash of shadows. Yet I pause. For you. I am here, not as a commander of hosts, but as a brother, as a witness, as a servant of the eternal, sent with one holy purpose, to awaken you. Beloved, hear me. Your potential is greater than you know. You are not meant to live chained, bowed, broken. You were not made for despair. You were not crafted for smallness. You were shortlisted for glory. You were chosen for flame. You were designed to blaze with light that shakes the heavens and tears through the dark. And yet, you hesitate, you stall, you waste. Do not be pathetic. Do not waste what has already been sealed inside you. Do you feel how urgent this is? The eternal is demanding your attention, not for days, not for hours, but only for these sacred moments. 39 heartbeats. That could shift eternity. Do not squander them. Do not let them pass like sand through your fingers. For if you disobey, the consequence is not thunder or lightning. It is emptiness. It is the slow fading of the fire you were meant to burn with. So I must ask you now, soul to soul, why do you keep bowing to fear when faith has already been breathed into your lungs? Why do you measure yourself by scars when those scars are proof that you were chosen to survive? Why do you cling to shame when mercy has already written your name in light? Why do you remain silent when your voice was crafted to thunder across generations? Answer me, not with lips, but with your spirit. For he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. This is not just an old promise, it is living fire. You are being guarded even now. You are being shielded even now. You are being surrounded even now. That is why you are still here. That is why the grave did not swallow you. That is why despair did not end you. Heaven has commanded your preservation, because your life carries a purpose that cannot be erased. And Isaiah's cry still stands. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise on wings like eagles. Beloved, this is your inheritance. Do you not feel it stirring? The tremble in your chest, the weight in your breath, the fire under your skin. These are not emotions, they are awakenings. Your wings are stretching. Your fire is kindling. Your spirit is rising. And the enemy fears this. He has fought you with lies, drowned you in distractions, suffocated you with despair, not because you are weak, but because you are dangerous. He fears what will happen the moment you believe. He fears your awakening more than armies. He fears your yes more than thunder. He fears the sound of your voice when you finally cry out with power. Beloved, do not let him win. Do not let him silence what was born to roar. You are chosen. You are marked. You are destined. Your pain has not been wasted. Your tears have not been ignored. Your scars have not been overlooked. Everything you have endured has been shaping you, refining you, preparing you. I tell you now, with trembling honesty, You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are a living prophecy. You are a vessel of fire. You are a chosen one, hand-picked by the Eternal before the stars ever began to burn. So let your spirit rise. Let your voice rise. Let your tears fall if they must. These tears are holy. They are cleansing. They are breaking the stone around your heart. Do not hold them back. Do not silence your trembling. This is not weakness. This is birth. And I say this now with all the urgency of heaven. Type, Amen. Not for me, not for anyone else, but as a seal between you and eternity. One word, one covenant, one holy agreement with the flame burning inside you. Beloved, if these words have pierced you, if you feel the fire stirring, then do not keep it silent. Do not let it end here, like this message, so the flame does not go out. Subscribe, so the river of prophecy never ceases to reach you. Comment, Amen, so your spirit speaks aloud what your heart already knows. These actions are not for the crowd. They are your covenant, your agreement, your sign to heaven that you have received. And still, I thank you. I thank you with tears. I thank you for not skipping, for not turning away, for staying here, even as the weight pressed against you. You have no idea how much this means, not to me, but to heaven. Every moment you remain here is proof that you are chosen, proof that you are worth fighting for, proof that you are loved beyond measure. Now, rise, beloved. Rise, though fear screams. Rise, though shame clings. Rise, though doubt resists. Rise, because you were never meant to remain in chains. Rise, because the Eternal Himself has whispered your name into eternity. Rise, because the sword is already glowing in your hand, the crown already shimmering above your head, the gates already open before you. This is my last trembling cry. For now, awaken, beloved. Awaken before the stars themselves grow weary of waiting for your light.